You're welcome. Please, let's wait for a while as we welcome others, then we'll start. Thank you. Madam Taiwo Adeboye, well done, ma. Safalabi, I agree to you.
Yes,
Well
sir.
done.
Oh, good afternoon. Yes, sir.
Yes, well done. Well done, ma. Wow. Safalabi, I agree to you. Safalabi, I agree to you. Well done, sir.
Good evening, sir. Yeah, I'm a bit busy. I'm trying to work on something right now. So, well, I'm with you guys.
It's okay. It's okay. Well done. Yes, we'll be starting in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, we'll be starting. Yes, please, this is going to be about us again today. And I'm going to be brainstorming and discussing together. So we're going to be starting right now our knowledge and information revolution. After our video for the revolution, we go straight into the discussion of the day, whereby every one of us will have to give our inputs. Thank you so much for being around, and God bless. So let's start. Knowledge and information revolution. Thank you.
Knowledge is power, and the knowledge and information revolution is about sharing it freely. We live in a world where access to education and information can change lives. At Global Clusters, we champion this revolution by promoting lifelong learning, critical thinking, and the free flow of ideas. This is more than access, it's about empowerment. By equipping individuals with knowledge, we unlock innovation, drive progress, and shape a brighter, more informed future for all. Join us in spreading the light of knowledge and transforming the world, one idea at a time. Knowledge is the foundation of progress. Be part of the knowledge and information revolution at theglobalclusters.org. Stay informed about new revolutions, events, and insights. Every meeting is a chance to grow, innovate, and contribute to a more enlightened world. The revolution needs you. Join us now.
The revolution needs you. Join us now. We greet every one of us, everywhere you are hearing us from. We say good morning, good afternoon, good evening from everywhere you are connecting from. This is knowledge and information revolution. This is one of our meetings that has been keeping us together, making us to have the right mind, making us to love ourselves, making us to be there for ourselves, seeing ourselves as one family. And of course, it is one of the global clusters meeting, and the global cluster is all about sharing the right information, sharing the right knowledge, and of course, sharing the right connection. Because we believe that it is when you have the right knowledge that you have the right power. When you have the right information, then you can be able to move from where you are to where you ought to be. And of course, with the right knowledge and the right information, you can actually meet the right people that will connect to make you scale up in life. In this manner, we greet every one of us. Welcome to today's meeting. Yes, I greet the First Lady. Welcome, Ma, our Chief Mrs. Badmos. We greet you, Honorable Ma. You are so welcome. So we are starting today with a discussion that every one of us we need to participate. We're talking about knowledge and information. We're going to be talking about two types of knowledge: a false knowledge and a truth knowledge. False knowledge and a pure knowledge. Now, what could cause a false knowledge, and what could a false knowledge do to an individual? Now, we'll talk about knowledge. Hello, are we together? Are we together, please?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, we are together.
Xiaomi 24. What's the name, please? Xiaomi. What's the name? Xiaomi, what's the name, please? Xiaomi phone. Xiaomi. Hello, ma. What's the name? Hello. All right.
Hello.
Yes, what's the name, ma, please? What's the name?
Priya. The name is Priya, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we need to rename your device to your name. We are going to do that now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Priya. Sorry if it's not spelled correctly, but I've changed it to what I think.
Preye.
All right, it's done already. Thank you so very much. Yes, we are talking about knowledge, and it is important for us to know that there are actually true knowledge and there are false knowledge. Now, let's talk about the false knowledge and what it can do to an individual. Now, knowledge is a kind of an awareness that someone got from somewhere, maybe through direct experience or training. Now, what will happen if this person got a false, like a wrong knowledge, especially when you come from the birth, from background? You know, there are some children that they grew into a family whereby, or a community or a society whereby knowledge understand it's not the right one. And when we say knowledge and information, they are all interwoven, because you cannot get a knowledge without an information. So getting the right knowledge has to come from the right information. But what if the information that someone is getting is a false one, is a wrong one? How will that affect someone? What will happen if someone gets a wrong information and now become that person's knowledge? Yes, the person can actually be living in superstition. Somebody will say, oh, you don't do this. Yeah, of course, we know that some rules in life, but there are sometimes that false knowledge sometimes leads to fear. You just create unnecessary barriers for yourself that are not there. Sometimes it creates suspicion, you know, because of the information you got from someone. You know, that information now makes you to suspect people that anyone that you see. You know, someone can just tell you that this so tribe, they are bad people, don't go near them. You understand? As we grow, we have that in our mind. That has become a knowledge. And that knowledge, as we go forward, is a false knowledge. And as we go further, it's become part of us as we continue. Because that was that information we got when we were growing. And that's the first-hand information. And as we are growing, that information is enshrined into our mind. And that becomes the knowledge that we have. So imagine now somebody said, okay, anybody that comes from Fares place, that person is a bad person. Now, now I got that knowledge in me while I was growing. That's the kind of false knowledge because I receive it. It's an information. It's false information equals to false knowledge. So now, as I'm growing now as an adult, I now see someone that is from Fares place. So the next thing that will come to my mind is this person is bad. And that is a very big problem that most people are facing in today's world, especially those of us from this side. We automatically generalize from what we heard from someone. You know, there are some people that what they have been enshrined in their hearts from small. You understand? That's what they have in their mind. So whenever they see anybody or they see any situation that has to do with that, you understand? They believe that this is what you are, and that's not good. You know, it creates unnecessary fear and tension. That's a wrong knowledge. It creates unnecessary fear and tension when you yourself you just have that knowledge and you don't put effort to make further research. So it's very, 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 very important. Sometimes, you know, while we were growing also in those days, the only information that we got there is for you to be successful in life, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be an engineer, you have to, you understand? You have to be this, you have to, that is, it's like copy and paste, and it's passed from one generation to the other. In fact, I think it's just now that some of us, thank God for technology, that we are getting to see that you can even be in your house, you can even be in the comfort of anywhere. In fact, there was a picture of someone I saw in this BLT with his laptop and it's working. It's just going. The BLT is not taking him everywhere, and it's working in the BLT. You understand? So we can actually be anywhere and be successful, definitely. And another false information and false knowledge is that until you get to America, if you not jackpot, you cannot make it in life. Yes, it is good. It's good when you have the opportunity to travel because travel also is its own experience. Yes, perfect, 100%. When you travel, you have experience, you meet new people, and those things are very, very important also for our own growth. But that is not only, it's not until you travel out of your country before you can make it. Yes, you can be in your own country and definitely still make it 100%. So that's another false knowledge and false information that we need to fight. Now, the effect of this is that it makes us, when we have that false knowledge and we don't take efforts to make research, it affects us in many ways. You understand? It's cage our mind. It makes us have a kind of this backward, like a fixed, let me put it this way, a fixed mindset. False information will bring fixed mindset, a mindset that cannot grow. Understand? And if you have that kind of false information, it breeds so many ills, so many wrong things. Let me say that. When you have a wrong information, you know, and that gets a wrong and false knowledge into you, is so bad because it takes great effort for you to escape that. You understand? You know, some people used to say a lot of things in our environment that we should look like, wow. So people say somebody is using your head, somebody is using your star. Because you know, all those information sometimes, if you are not careful, it makes you be redundant. Yes, it's very important we are aware of the situation of our lives and we take steps. If you're in a place and you feel like you're not growing, maybe in a particular environment or in a workplace, and you feel like you're not growing, it's not making you your personal growth and your professional growth, it's not making you to grow. It's important you can move. Yes, you can change jobs, you can change places. You understand? But we shouldn't just have a mindset that it's somebody that is doing me. What are you also doing? So it's very, very important that we look at that when you are talking about knowledge, not all the information that comes into you that you allow to filter into your mind. Because when that information gets into you and you didn't process it properly, and you allow it to settle, it become a knowledge. Now, knowledge is from knowledge, no. So how do you know? From getting information. So when you get the wrong information, you have the wrong you know the wrong thing and become a false knowledge. So it's very important, extremely important for us that when we are getting an information, when we are learning something, you see, especially these days, and we will never stop talking about our children, because I was once upon a time a child. Most of us here were once upon a time children. It's very important now in these days and age of technology, of everything fast, fast, fast. With your phone, yes, there's a lot of knowledge, information on the phone, but please let us monitor. We don't, the phone, the gadget is not devilish. No, it's not from the devil. No, the internet is not for the devil. The website, the web, some say because it's web, it's satanic system to catch people. No, 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 no. But it's about everything. It's like, if you don't expect what people do, sometimes they want to go astray. I was once upon a time a child, and I know what I did when I was a child. When you let a child to be by his own or by her own, they just want to explore things. They want to explore. They want to try things. You understand? So we ourselves, because we have that kind of realization, we should do our best to monitor our children, especially with the gadgets. Now, with my phone, I can be on the phone from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or even throughout the phone. And I, as an adult now, luckily for me, and luckily for most of us, we know how to manage and how to handle the internet. But the little kids at all, they get interested. I know the sometimes when I love reading a lot. I love reading so much, so much. Reading is my life. Sometimes I might leave food and read most of the time. There sometimes when I was going through some lessons in life, I used to think that this bottomless pit that I talk about is like the internet, though, because you're just going, 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 and it's just unending. There's so many informations, and if care is not taken, someone tend to sway to the negative side, because talking about population and the crowd is easy. It's easy for the negativities to widen, to broaden, to spread. It's very easy. Imagine let something bad happen now. You see it all over the internet. But if something good happen, maybe fewer views. Or something bad, something naughty, you see millions of views. We all know that. So we should do our best as parents. Please let us monitor our children. We shouldn't take the phone away from them. No, don't do that, because we don't have the understanding. We don't have Most of us don't have the early entrance into the internet. There's got of some people, the computer immigrants and some native. You understand? The native are those ones that are born to the days of technology and digital. But some of us, we just enter into it like that. You understand? By stumble upon it. You understand? So our children, the way they use the internet, the way they get their information, let's speak with them. Know what your child is doing with the internet. In fact, you should be able to channel your child. There are some of us, we are very smart to actually parental restriction. We put some restriction for our children's gadgets on where, like, can censor where they can go to or know where they can go to. But if we can do that, if they are having the access to all the internet, all the devices themselves, we should communicate with them. Let's know what they are doing with these devices, and let them know. Let us guide them to the right path. That there's so much you can learn from the internet. From a child of 12 years old, 13 years old, with the internet, before 15 years old, should be able to be creating something by the use of YouTube, TikTok, and the likes, Instagram and the like. There are a lot of information that the child can learn. The child can learn. Yeah, yesterday while we were on the call, in the certificate, Cluster Afolabi talked about someone, a child that learned coding even with being at home, just watching YouTube videos and creating his or her own app. You understand? And many of us, there's so many things we can learn, even on these devices and on this portal, on this website. There's so many we can learn, and we should try also and guide our children before they become of age. Let them use the devices that they have. Let them use to get information, and let us speak with them. Oh, how is school? Oh, who are your friends? Don't let us be hostile or harsh to our children. When we are hostile or harsh to them, they don't want to express anything. They'll be cold. Don't let us judge them. You understand? Let us embrace them with love. Yeah, sometimes we are not treated like that. But when we embrace our children and we speak with them, okay, we tend to know what they know. Let's understand what they know. What do they have in mind? So as we intimate with them, as we interact with them, we get to know what they know. You understand? And we, by the virtue of our training and experience, will know that, oh, this information is the right one. This is what you should know. This is, and it's very important. Even we as an adult, we need to work on ourselves, because no doubt you can never give what you don't have. Imagine you have the wrong information, you have the wrong knowledge. What are you going to give us? You're going to give the wrong information. You are going to give the wrong knowledge. So ignorance and the wrong false knowledge and information will be passing from one generation to the other. So we should be the one to stop that from our own end. We should be the one to stop those wrong information. We should be the one to stop those false knowledge that is affecting the society. Let's start from our own environment. You understand? Yeah, let us speak to our children. Let them know the right thing that they're supposed to know. Like a kind of filter, when you have information, like people can come to you. Let people come with their opinion. Let them come. Let people say whatever they want to say. You understand? But when you get that information, what should you do? You should also scrutinize. You scrutinize, you make research, you think critically about the information you have. Because when you filter that information, it's just like the crude oil, when you have your crude oil, you can't use the crude oil like that. If you use the crude oil like that, it's going to damage your engine or whatever you want to do. So information that are coming to you are just like the crude oil. So when you allow them to go inside of you directly and become a knowledge, they crack up your system. They become false knowledge, and they distort many things in you, in your mind, and everything. That's the need for now. You now need a mind surgery. You understand? But when you have an information, what should you do? What should I do when I have an information? Since false information will equals to a false knowledge, and the right information will equals to a right and accurate knowledge, what should I do with any information at all? And please, it's not because this person is not in my class, I can't listen to this person. No, anybody, you can learn from anyone. I'm so sorry, you can even learn from a mad person. You can learn from the statement of a mad person. You understand? So when someone comes to you and tells you something, or you heard something, or you read something, you understand? Not everything that we read that we should be able to identify. Okay, this is a pure knowledge. Most of us, we are in this cluster. We are in the global cluster because we know that whatever we are getting here is accurate, is pure, is correct. That's why we are still here. If whatever we are getting here has never been accurate or value to us, most of us will have opt out since. But we are here because we are gaining the right value. We are getting the right knowledge. So how will you know? Now you take that information, like the way you refine your crude oil. You understand? You refine that information. How do you refine information? Number one, you make research. Make research about what you heard. Make further research about. We should do. I'm so sorry. My words sometimes might not be pleasing. You understand? Sometimes I through observation, I see that some people when they just had something, they just work with it. You understand? They'll not be refined. That's what they said. I heard that my this say that, this say that, this say that. I'm not be asking, what about you? What do you think about the information? You understand? By the factor of me being fortunate to be an educator, to be a teacher, I probe my students. I probe them so very much. You understand? I want to know what they know. Sometimes I ask them, okay, what about this? What about? And I realize that sometimes of them just want to copy, 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 copy. They don't have the mind of their own. So I do my best to challenge that thought that you don't copy people. What is your own mind? You have the mind of your own, and your mind is so vast. Our mind, the way we can know things is just too much. So we shouldn't just be lazy about information. When somebody tells us something or when we see something, understand, you might see an update, even on the internet. There are so many scam, fraud, Ponzi scheme. Some people are out there to scam us, to defraud us, and to rip us off 100%. When you see those information and you don't understand, it's important to make reference, make research about it. Okay, well, you can go to Google, you understand? Thank God for the global cluster. We have smart people here. You understand? Okay, Master Genie, I got this information. Let me verify it. Do you think it's true? What do you think about it? Pastor Farabi, please let me check this information. Is it true? Mr. Fares, please let me check this information. Let's talk about this information. You see, the only way a false knowledge thrive is when you hold it, you don't express it. When you speak about it to people, you understand, they will challenge your thoughts, they will challenge the information, and you talk about it. You understand? When people criticize some information, they want to dissect and know the real truth. It's very important. That doesn't mean we are mean or we are doubtful of people. No. When people comes to us, let's give them listening ear. Listen. No matter how there's a saying that in every nonsense, just remove the none. There's one sense inside. When you dissect nonsense, you understand? Just remove that none. There's a sense. So either you want to know that this person is a deceit. That's a sense for you. This person is a liar. You have gotten something. This person is lying. So that's a sense for you. You understand? So don't just shush everybody or don't just shush anyone. Don't just tell them to shut up, that you're not ready. You just listen. And when for us to be able to dissect, we need to sharpen our discernment. You understand? We need to sharpen we need to discern. We need to know when someone is when what is being said to us, when an information is passed across to us, we should do our best to read. Let us read. Let us read very well. Seriously, most times, yeah, maybe because people can say, because you're an educator, because you're a teacher now, and reading is part of your job. Yeah, it's true, but it's part of my life. If I'm not a good reader, I cannot be a good teacher. That's what I know. You understand? So, and we should make reading part of us. Let's speak when we have an information, let's try to read to the end. Yes, that some of us, when they send something to just scroll, and just give an emoji and just we didn't read though. And that information contains something for us, either whatever it is. Like if I'm not reading this now, yeah, at appropriate time when you have much time, please go into it. Let's read. Let's read our history. It's very important. I am African. I am a king. I am not a monkey. I'm not a slave to anyone. Let's learn our roots. Let's know who we are. Everything that people are saying, what anybody's saying about me as an African, I shouldn't just accept it. I'm not. I didn't. Because I'm dark doesn't mean I'm devil. You understand? When they define the dark to be the black, the bad one, and the white to be the good one. No, I don't want to accept that. I am black. Yes, it's me, but that doesn't make me lower to anyone. I am great. I am king. We should have that kind of information ourselves. All these things they are talking about us. Africans, we are great. We are wonderful people. So we should have that now, and we should pass that to our children. You understand? Yes, people could be mean, people could be bad. Yeah, people are like that. But we should know what we want to know, have it ingrained in our heart as well our knowledge, then we pass it across to our children. From there, we pass that light. And the right knowledge is actually the light. But the false knowledge is keeping you darkness. It's better for you not to know anything. Seriously. It's better for you not to, it's better to be ignorant of anything than to have the false knowledge. Seriously. It's better for you not to know than to have the false knowledge, because the false knowledge will be passing that across, passing. So if you don't know and people ask you, that's why they used to tell us as educators when you get to the class, and your student asks you, sir, what is this? If you don't know, honorably tell them, I don't know. Don't say because you want to be a superstar teacher, you're not giving them nonsense information. Just tell them, I don't know. And if you want to use the scope of our old teachers, then give them as assignment. While later on, when we're back to class, oh yeah, now go back to do your own assignment, then we'll go back to solve it. But these days, those kids now, they are smart. Now they say good is an assignment. Say, you don't know. Just say it. Be honest, and children will love you for that. So that, okay, for now, and even there's no need for you to tell them you don't even know now. What I do, I'm always with my guardian. I'm always with my phone in the class. If my phone is part of my instructional material, we go to the internet straight up. We go to the internet. In that way, I am telling them that with your device, you can get information, not just to be playing around and lazing around. Thank you so very much. I appreciate everyone listening. And this is the time for us to, we have just 25 minutes to end the call. And it's very important that every one of us share our knowledge also and our insights about today's revolution, knowledge and information revolution. Of course, we talked about the effects of wrong or false knowledge and what it can, the damage or what it can cause for everyone. So let's have our take concerning what we have discussed and deliberated. Thank you so very much. I think I'll have to call Closter Priye first. Closter Priye, are you with us? Closter Priye, please unmute and talk to us. Thank you. Closter Priye, are you here? Knowledge and information revolution. Closter Priye. Closter and thank God John. Thank God John, sir. Are you with us? Thank God John. Closter, thank God John.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes. Please, what's your take on accurate knowledge and information and talking about the false knowledge? Sir, thank you.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
I am so happy to be here, and I will want to appreciate the management of the platform. You are actually done a very good job, and for bringing everybody together, sharing ideas and teaching us value is a thing of joy. I've learned so much from this platform, most especially the discussion you just concluded. I think saying what you don't know is not a bad idea. It's a good thing. We are not omni-knoweth. There are certain things that human beings, we don't know. So I've learned a lot from that particular part that you said that. So thank you very much, and I'll keep learning, and I'm still learning.
Thank you.
So that is my take.
Thank you, sir. So
Thank
good
you.
to have you. So good to have you. We are so grateful having you around. Yes, Closter Caroline, please, are you with us? Closter Caroline. Closter Caroline, please. We recognize you, sir, Prof. Michael Nwokolo. We cite you, sir. We greet you honorably, sir. You're welcome, sir. Professor, welcome,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you very much. God bless you.
Yes, since you are here with us and yes, you are unmuted already. Sorry, I was on the call giving the presentation. I don't know when you came in, but I'm very sure we can also learn from you, sir. Talking about knowledge and information revolution today, and we picked the aspect of false knowledge and its effects on us. Sir, what's your take, sir? Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
Thank you,
you very much for the opportunity. I just came in now, just 2 minutes ago, and I thank you for the opportunity to bring in people to learn, to bring us to learn, because learning continues until from the cradle to the grave. And knowledge is power. There's no doubt about that. And the Bible has told us that knowledge is very, very important. And it said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. We have been advocating knowledge so that people can learn. Sometimes people think that when you know the Quran, you have learned enough. Or when you know the Bible so well, you have learned everything. You've not started learning. Learning is a continuous thing. And they say one of the philosophers, he said, there is no joy, no beauty than learning, studying the things of nature. So learning, and when you talk about forced learning is very dangerous. Forced learning is very dangerous. When you learn first thing, do not be ashamed or shy to relearn or unlearn, so that you'll be well guided. Knowledge is very, very important. I don't think in heaven there is a fool there. I used to tell my students, I lecture master degree student, criminology. So I used to tell my students of criminology as I lecture the master degree that if God wants even the foolish people to enter heaven, he will not say my people perish for lack of knowledge. That means if you are foolish, you can't enter heaven. So you have to continue to study. Unless if you fail to study, maybe at the end, God will just give you knowledge when you want to enter heaven. Because there's no foolish person, no unintelligent person can enter heaven. Because heaven is a righteous and perfect place where people have knowledge, where people understand everything. And Jesus said, I will send you the comforter. And he will do what? He will teach you all things. Not one, not two, not three. So those of us carrying the Bible, do we know all things? So we are going to continue to learn. Those of us carrying Quran, do we know all things? Those of us carrying Bhagavad Gita, do we know all things? Those of us carrying Abdul Rashin book or my own books, do we know all things? We have to continue. Because Jesus, I will send you the comforter and he will teach you all things. If he doesn't teach you all things, it means you are still learning and you continue to learn. And I used to tell my students that God is so wonderful. God is an artist, the greatest artist, and he made man. Each person, man, woman, different ways. There is no two identical things in the whole world. No identical fingerprint, no identical handwriting, no identical signature, no identical human being. And when you say these twins are identical, false knowledge. The correct thing, these are similar twins. They look alike. They can never be the same. God has not created two things the same. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Wow, we appreciate you so very well, sir. Thank you. Thank you for teaching us that knowledge to us. We appreciate you. Yes, while we are on, we experienced the grand entry of our 001 real estate cluster of the global cluster. Clusterian Mrs. Ambassador Abosedeko, you are welcome, ma. Good to have you, ma. Good to have you. You're welcome. Yes, let's have the inputs of Master Genie. Master Genie, your inputs are accurate knowledge and information. I'm talking about the false information, the wrong information, or wrong knowledge. Thank you, sir. Master Genie.
Thank you very much, Cluster Oluwaseyi Odushagun. Thank you for all you have given us. And thank you, our great prof, for that philosophy, message, and all. I greet our global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. I greet our First Lady, Chief Mrs. Motunrayo Badmus. Every great clusterian in the house, I greet everyone. My own take on everything everyone has said today is no knowledge is lost. what doesn't have mouth cannot be wiser than human. So if you do your due diligence on your information, you will not fall into the wrong hand. If you don't do due diligence, if you're a greedy person, then you might fall into the net of the wrong information. But if you're an open, honest person doing something that is useful for humanity, then you won't fall in the net of, wrong information whereby you get to lose your wealth or your properties or, valuable things. So no knowledge is lost. Accurate information revolution is vital in this new normal. We have to stay updated for the right information, because anybody can just cook up fake information with artificial intelligence these days. And if you are not awake, if you are not woke to this new normal, you might fall into the wrong information hand. So please let's not stop learning. To know the net worth of a man, start with their library. Thank you very much for everyone that is here today and everyone that will still hear us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Genie. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for all you do for humanity. Yes, Mr. Fares. Mr. Fares, thank you for showing up accurate knowledge and information and about false knowledge. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ambassador Oluwaseyi. You're doing a great job. Well done, sir. I want to welcome or salute Chief Motrayo Badmos and also Ambassador Dekunle Badmos in absentia, and our professor who just spoke. Thank you for sharing with us something very tangible, sir. Thank you, Master Genie. Thank you, Mr. Dari. Thank you, Madam Preye. Oh God, thank God, Madam Taiwo, and everyone. I would like to start from this point. Readers are leaders. I love part of what Mr. Sheyi was saying, that he loves to read, read, and read. And that helps him. His reading habit has helped him to gain a lot. And when he speaks or when he's somewhere and he's talking to folks or youngsters, and they will be like, wow, how is this guy getting all this? It's not magic. He's paying the price and he's getting the price. He's paying a particular price. So he's getting something very valuable and he's able to, dish out or give it to people, Ignorance is not an excuse. And I was just thinking while he was speaking that have you ever wondered how children of this age are able to handle some gadgets? Up till this moment, I used to be like, who taught them? Who taught them? Some of them, they would just grab your phone and before you know what's happening, they know how to go to YouTube, how to download, how to do stuff. So knowledge is increasing and is a powerful tool that we cannot overemphasize. It's not something we're expected to trash. If we don't upgrade, if we don't go for knowledge, like accurate knowledge, we will be behind. It's just like somebody that is eating stale bread, like something that is no longer good. If you eat it, it's already poison. That's food poisoning. The time to learn from the internet is here, especially for those who didn't get the opportunity to attend classes within the four walls of an institution. I didn't get the opportunity. Okay, like we used to hear people would say, my father is my daddy's fault, it's my mother's fault, and they didn't encourage me, or there wasn't money. Yeah, somebody said how you are born or how you were born is not your fault. You don't determine where you're going to be born or how you're going to be born. But if you remain poor, it is your fault. But how you were born is not your fault. You did not choose No, I want to be born in Nigeria. I want to be born in America. You just discovered you were born in Nigeria. But making the difference is your choice. If you remain where you are, it is your fault. So the last thing I want to say is false knowledge disconnects propaganda, myths, superstitions, and misconceptions. I'll just speak only one. Propaganda is simply biased or misleading information used to promote a particular agenda or ideology. And the effects, I'll just pick three. It will disrupt personal growth and development, because if you don't have the right information or knowledge, you will just be doing things haphazardly, like anyhow. And you'll be like other humans getting results as superhumans. No, they are not. They have paid a price. They are doing something you are not doing. And they have one head, you have one head. So just simply do what they are doing. There are stuff on the internet. We have ebooks, like Dr. Kari, in his meetings, he will just come train us communication, how to communicate with people. Or maybe when you're in the midst of people, you don't know how to talk. If you say some things and you just insult everybody, and people will just lose interest in that meeting. So the last one I want to talk about, another one is the cause of confusion. You will cause confusion. Like Ambassador used to say that, hey, don't give any misleading information. That means get it right. If you want to talk to somebody about GQL, don't just get the information halfway and start telling them about it. Like I've had people come to my DM and ask questions. I'll give them the information and I'll tell them, if you want further info, kindly reach out. There's a contact there, or we have people there that will give you any other thing you are seeking. But this is the basic information. This is what you need to know. It's on the platform. I can resend it to you. But if you're asking me to give you something other than what is already there, I'm sorry, I can't. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for.
Wow. Thank you, brother. We really appreciate your contribution. Thank you for all you do for humanity. We are so sure that the blessing is sure. Thank you so very much. Yes, we have Ambassador Eko. Ma, you are welcome, Ma. It is knowledge and information evolution, and we have been talking about the false knowledge, the wrong knowledge, and its effects on our lives and especially our children. Ma, what's your take, Ma, on false knowledge? Ma, thank you very much, Ma.
Good evening, everybody. Oh, good evening, Odusagun. Well done for a great job. Well done. And if Chief Mrs. is still here, I greet you, Ma. Good evening, everybody. All right. Even when I didn't start with you, but I've been on the road since, so I just quickly joined. I think the right knowledge is very important. Odusagun, you are a trained teacher, you are an instructor, and I'm also an instructor. And I think the right knowledge is important if the individual must, go far in life. False knowledge will never help anyone in life. And just like the last speaker said, always disseminate the right information. When you give the false information out,
Mr. Sheyi, it's breaking. Is it from my end?
It's from your end.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yes, it's okay, Ma. It's okay, Ma.
Okay. I was just trying to say that when you give false information out, the person is just trying to ruin destiny. The person is trying to destroy destiny. Because by the time people get the wrong information, it will definitely lead them the wrong way. And that will not give glory to God. So the right information. Now let's look at it from the part of the person dishing out the information. You need to give people the right information because you're actually directing people. So the way you direct them matters in life. It may make or mar them. And let's come to ourselves, learning now. You need to learn accurately. You need to learn the right. You need to get the right knowledge for you to function. Okay? When you know exactly what it takes to solve a situation or to solve a problem, it will be easier. So from my own, I just think the right knowledge we have makes us who we are. You know, in short, even the whole world itself would have gone astray if the right knowledge have not been passed. Even when we are being brought up, even from cradle, as we are growing, even at our higher learning institutions, at the primary school, at the secondary school. And that is why you see that the teachers are admonished to make sure they follow the scheme, the curriculum, as laid out by the government. And now, even when you are doing your lesson notes, you must make sure that you work with the laid down facts and figures from the textbooks approved by government. Fine, you can get information online, but still make sure that you base it on what government has given you, so that you, at the end of the day, you will not be teaching out the wrong information. I was supposed to be somewhere this afternoon, and we were talking about the history of Lagos State, the creation of Lagos State. And a lot of things, opened up, and like people, everybody were just saying different things. Lagos was formed by the Benin people own Lagos. Lagos own Benin. Benin is from Yoruba. And when the person, opening our eyes, lectured us like we're just in a forum on the real story of Lagos State. And I'm like, wow. So all of us, submission here, submission there, everybody came to a conclusion how Lagos State was formed, and actually how the name Eko came to be, and how Lagos came. So the right thing and this thing we learned today, honestly, can never leave me ever. And now I know better. So nobody can tell me wrong history about Lagos State. So I just want to submit that that wrong information will lead someone astray, will not false information, right? Will not allow the best of that person to be brought out. Will not allow somebody to move higher. Will not allow someone to be the intellect that the person is supposed to. So when you are dishing out information, make sure you bring out the right. And you that is also getting the information, always get the facts. When you are in a doubt, please search, make research, go to libraries, at least go online, get the facts, meet people that are learned in that area, and they will definitely put you. So when we get the right information, we drive the boats of our lives aright, and we will definitely achieve. Thank you very much for the opportunity. God bless you.
I'm so blessed to have you, man. You are one of the our big auntie of the global cluster, and we are happy that you did this for us. When we see the older people trying to raise us up, and of course we the youth, Yoruba will say yes, you're always there to support us, and we're so grateful. Thank you, ma. Yes, as Ambassador Osireko was expressing before, there was the grand entry of our Dr. Julius Omorugwa. Julius Omorugwa, you're welcome, ma. It's 4 minutes to the end of the meeting, but it's important also that we hear from you, ma. It is Accurate Knowledge and Information Revolution meeting today, and we are looking at an angle of false knowledge, please, and its effects on individual and overall person. So please, ma, your inputs in 2 minutes, ma, as we close. Thank you, ma. And Dr. Julius Omorugwa. Thank you, ma. You can unmute, ma.
Wow.
Thank you. You are muted, ma. You are muted. You are muted. Okay.
Thank you very much,
Yes,
Ambassador Oluwaseyi. Good evening, house. Good evening, great clusterians in the house. So I'm very sorry I came late, but I was trying to listen to this mama talking this evening. Ambassador Abosedi, I think. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Well, I just want to say hello, and then so that you can close this evening's segment of this meeting. Wow. You are doing a great job. You are doing a great job. I can see that. I can see that. Well done. Well done, everyone. Well done to you. Talking about accurate knowledge. Well, you're talking about in general terms, accurate knowledge. Okay. You know, knowledge is a key. Knowledge is a key. So it's better to get.
Okay. Go on, man.
It's better to get accurate information, okay? Accurate information so that we will not get deformed. When we don't get the accurate information, we just be like people heading to somewhere that is going to destruction, that is leading to destruction. So accurate information is vital. A lot of us has been misinformed in the past. In fact, now that so many things are coming to limelight, truth, realities about life, most times we've been living in the dark age that made us not to see the light of the truth of things. That is why, even Africa is the way we are today. Okay, so information will help us. And talking about this accurate information, in our continent today, Africa, we are encouraged to always return back to the books. Because a white man will say that to hide something from a black man, you put it in a book. So when we return back to reading, going for knowledge in terms of books, it will enhance, it will help us to improve. So it will help us to know. There are a whole lot of things to learn from the book. So we force ourselves, even our natural self, talking about looking at our environment, our hustling lifestyle, you have to walk your way through to get so many things. That is why, we don't have the time to go back to the books, to the learning, library, to the learning place of learning. So we are encouraging everyone to return to the book so we get this accurate information. It's very vital. We have been misinformed. Somebody can just come with a white lie and tell us that this is how it is. We just follow without verifying. So it's good for us to go for accurate information. To know. Okay, we must be Ben Carson would say in-depth learning. When we learn, we learn in-depthly, knowing it. The people we are celebrating in the world today, they had taken their time out to learn things, and it has helped to reshaping the world. So let's go for accurate information. Thank you very much, Ambassador. I adore for you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are actually 2 minutes past, but we gain a lot of value. So we have extra value. Thank you for giving that extra value. I really appreciate it. Yes, who are we? We are the Global Clusters. We are the community of professionals, or those that want to be professionals. We are the community of technocrats, of those that want to become technocrats. We are the community of entrepreneurs, or those that wish to become an entrepreneur. Yes, we are not just a social media platform with marketplace where you can even make money every day. The Global Cluster is a nation-building platform that aims to make Nigeria great again and make Africa great again. From Ambassador Adekunle Badmus, he sent his greetings, and from me, I say thank you and bye for now. See you tomorrow for Accurate Connection. Thank you and bye.